It's ChrystalChyna, and we're back.
We are back with another video. Thank you guys for being patient with us. We wanted to actually just come back and do something a little different, aside just from the story times. Of course, there will be
story time. So hit that subscribe button right now to stay up to date.
To know.
Exactly.
But we decided to incorporate another series into our YouTube channel.
It's called
Musicology 101 with ChrystalChyna. Crystal and I always are having like conversations about typically like black artists that have made an impact. Their music is sampled heavily.
Right.
And a lot of young people are not aware that that's a sample. Like that's from such and such.
Right.
And we don't want our music history, our black music history, to go into collective amnesia.
So basically with this series that we're starting, Musicology 101 with ChrystalChyna, we'll be talking about those very same black artists who have had an impact on today's music and on us. Because most of these, and if not all of the artists that we're going to do, have had a direct impact on the kind of music that we want to do and that we do and how we perform and everything, all of that. So this is our way of letting you all get to know us and us getting to have a conversation about these things and also educating people who are not aware of the impact that these artists have left on music.
Let's get into
it.
So our first Musicology 101 with ChrystalChyna will be on
the Jones Girls.
Yes.
Period.
How do we even know? Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we are very excited to be doing this on the Jones Girls.
Yes.
They are one of our favorite girl groups.
Yes.
From their harmonies, their voices, the texture of their voice, their looks, like everything, like their music. It feels personal to be doing this one, okay?
Yeah, it does. Interestingly enough, like Crystal and I actually found out about the Jones Girls when we were about 12 years old. Crystal and I are into like archiving. We're into anything nostalgic, specifically like black nostalgia.
Right.
Anything that we can find, like old articles or anything that we can find, rare pictures that can connect us to anything
like
from
the past.
We're always on the search for that. I'm trying to look for anything really.
We would like Google anything.
And we landed on a website. I think it was called Panicky Report. And I think that
I'm not even sure if I'm not even sure if it's still around anymore.
Right, but because that was so long ago. Wow,
we're getting old.
But we decided to like check that out. It seemed like something we'll be interested in. And
right.
The website actually had, take my earring off, put it right back.
That's all right, baby. A little blooper.
We had an article that was talking about black entertainers who have passed away with little to no fanfare. And like that person died.
Right, because mind you, the household that we grew up in, we were still aware of certain people. Right. Even though like there are certain people our age that may not have known who that person was, we still kind of like, we're like, I know, I've seen that person before.
Like they
passed away. So we were shocked, but as we're going through that form on that page, that website, we find out about the Jones Girls. And we're like, oh my God, like who are they? Or that form exactly was about, black artists who have passed away with little to no fanfare. It was about the first sister that passed away, Valerie, and she passed away back in 2001. Right. So that intrigued me more because I'm like, well, dang. Like, first of all, at the time, that was not that long ago.
Right.
Dang. That made me sound old. But interested, I'm like, who were they or who are they? Because at that time, there was still two sisters left. The Jones Girls consisted of three sisters.
Yes, three sisters. Shirley, Brenda, and Valerie.
Right. And they were born into a musical family.
In Detroit.
D-Town. They were actually born into a musical family with their mother being a successful gospel singer, and I believe she was successful like in their region, so they already had that anointing, right? They had that on their voices already because of the family that they were born into.
Right. So when the girls became like young women, they actually started doing background work, like that background vocals. That is how they got their start. They were working with the Four Tops, BB King, Impressions, I think Little Richard as well. Just getting their feet wet. And, you know, because actually a lot of people don't know this, but being a background vocalist is a very hard job.
Right. Because first of all, they're sisters, so they already knew how to blend together.
Exactly.
So I'm pretty sure, like, let's go with the Jones Girls. That's why they were picked, because they already know how to blend together. And like being a background vocalist, like Chyna was saying, is really hard.
It is hard.
Like learning and singing how to sing with somebody else.
Right.
That's why I'm blessed to be in a group with my sissy, because we know how to sing very well together.
Yes. That's how they were honing their craft.
Right.
And
they had, that's big.
Right.
Because these artists were already major artists of that time.
Right. So for them to be able to hone their craft by singing backup and being young and getting that experience, I'm sure that was good for them.
Like 1970 and 1974, still doing background work, but they were able to record their own singles under the record label. I believe it was Ember Records. So they recorded a couple singles in between that time.
I really think it did that much for them, but it still kind of got their foot in different doors.
Right, it gave them that experience. Through their work with the Impressions, they also, you know, got the attention of Curtis Mayfield, who was in the Impressions, and they got to sing background vocals for Aretha Franklin's song. It was called Almighty Fire, I believe, and that was produced by Curtis Mayfield. So they got that experience, and Aretha Franklin was the creme de la creme, okay? So that was a big deal, okay?
That is a big deal.
Even though they were background singers, first of all, there's nothing wrong with being a background singer. No. I feel like the best singers are background singers. But they were able to get that experience, which I'm pretty sure from their point of view was a big deal.
Made their career take
off.
Was doing a marathon tour with Diana
Ross.
Diana Ross. Who other?
Diana
Ross. That gave them that big platform.
Right.
That, you know, singing behind a mega star. Big moment. And through that, they were able to catch the attention of Kenny Gamble from Philadelphia International. If you don't know me by now, you will never, ever, ever know me. So y'all get the importance of that.
International, they still got the opportunity to do background vocals for like Gene Carn, and I'm sure which is another person we probably gonna have to do this on. Samples like nobody's business, right?
Their chance finally came as far as putting out
their own album,
their own music
in 1979. I believe that's when their first album came
1979 out. Titled, called The Jones Girls, and it included one of me and Crystal's
our jams that we play at least a few times a week.
I did nothing to you. I just love you with my heart and soul. I know you got to make money, but bring your love home. Bring it home.
Okay, you know, we can go all day.
You're gonna make me love somebody else. If you keep on treating me the way you do, ooh, you're gonna make me love somebody else. Hey. If you keep on treating me the way you do.
Oh my God, we can go all day. I can go all day. Okay, now that already should be giving you where we're going. Okay,
another classic
on that same album, right?
Album was none other than
Who Can I Run To?
That's not
Escape's
Let's
original
put that
song.
disclaimer there.
Yeah,
we love Escape. And they did that song justice. They did. But
I feel it's very important. We feel it's very important.
It is very important to note that that is the Jones Girls song.
Pivot.
Who can I run to? Oh. When I need love, tell me, who can I run to? But yes, gives you an idea of
the good music that they were making,
that they were putting out consistently.
Exactly, back to back.
Back to back. Our other favorite.
Yes, because they released 4 albums in total.
They did. That sure did. When I'm Gone with Philadelphia International. When I'm Gone is one of our favorites. Sing it for them.
When I'm gone. That is my song.
And who can forget Nights Over Egypt? Nights Over Egypt. Hey. Nights Over Egypt. Solid. They didn't put out non-solid song that can't be played today.
Right. And I do want to get into just a little bit before we end this video of why they're important to us, because they're sisters.
Yes.
And as sisters, like sister groups, I feel it's so beautiful how naturally, because of your connection with your sister, which is a spiritual thing, you're able to blend musically so well. Right. And I feel like the Jones Girls, I have not heard another girl group, like the only girl group from that time or their era that I can compare them to would be like the Emotions. And I feel like even the Emotions, like just beautiful blend, a beautiful harmony, just gorgeous, like gorgeous tone, like texture in their voice, just gorgeous. I don't hear that. I don't hear their voices mimic today, which probably is a good thing.
That probably is a good thing.
But I feel like their voices are just so like, I mean, literally kissed by an angel. Like they sound like 3 singing angels to me. Like, you know, like what I'm saying? Like just
they do. We just want to make sure that, you know, like we said earlier, none of this history goes into collective amnesia.
Right.
That this is something we will talk about forever. Until the end of time. Right. Because this is important. Like you hear their samples, even it bothers me that nobody knows.
There was like an Anderson .Paak song, and he had sampled the whole song, but it's a phrase in the song that he samples, and he named that phrase like after the song, or named the song after that phrase. I'm sorry. Basically, people think that that's an escape song, and it's not. And I feel like, you know, specifically with the Jones Girls, I feel like it's important that we put the respect, because they really did work hard. And they had a lot of experience under their belts, especially for the time that they came up in. Like, how big was it to be working and recording with Diana Ross and Aretha Franklin and all these other acts, and specifically like some of the biggest women in show business. Like, we have to do better as a music community by honoring, first of all, because Miss Shirley is still with us. Right. Brenda and Valerie have already passed on, but we have to do our best to honor her and give her flowers while she is still here. Right. And I feel it's important that we have made this video because I want people to be educated. It's like, it's okay to go back and listen to a song from back then and be able to relate to it. It's okay. I feel like, you know, it's a difference in the way that people were raised, so they're not always familiar, and that's understandable, but it still is our job. It's okay to learn.
You gotta be open to learning. That was our first Musicology. We hope that you guys enjoyed it.
Right. I was so excited to do this.
We were very excited to do this because the Jones Girls have really influenced us.
Right.
Like, they are one of our main sources of inspiration, and like Crystal said, as sisters. But we hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want more, please let us know. Yeah. You guys like to learn about next.
Who would you guys like to see?
We are the encyclopedias.
Come on now.
You're coming. I am
giving you the tools. We are giving y'all the tools for free. All you gotta do is hit that subscribe button. That's literally all you have to do. Period.
So hit that subscribe button, hit the like, share button, and let us know who you guys want to hear from next. And this is ChrystalChyna signing out.
Bye.